There are students, Albertas, Mantas, Aurimas, Edgaras, and Okas will help us. So we together will share our future vision of the development of sustainable approach in our institution. I will mostly speak about the strategies, and the students will introduce the steps of the implement. Okay. Working on the development of the ideas of this project, we've been focused on the holistic approach and its implement to the concept of sustainability, that each person finds identity, meaning, and purpose in life through connections to the community, natural world, and humanitarian values. We have created an institutional vision that emphasizes the importance of holistic education and the desired outcomes for students involving teachers, administrators, students, parents, mainly school and local communities. Today we will speak about some key features and principles of holistic education in the frame of sustainability, such as interdisciplinary learning, active citizenship, partnerships, and many more. Working on the goals of the project, we suggest implementing sustainability across the curriculum of our school. We are also thinking that the integration of school community members when organizing workshops and educational sessions to increase their awareness and understanding of sustainability concepts will focus on the project-based learning, promoting active engagement, critical thinking, and collaboration and creativity. And now I will ask students to join in and speak about the possible steps to sustainable development.
So, starting out, of course, at school, you'll no doubt encounter tons and tons, mountains of paper. And one of the most basic solutions would be to reduce our consumption of that paper. So, we have plenty of options. The most popular one these days is to just use digital tools instead, such as smartphones, tablets, or laptops. Alternatively, when paper is still required, one recommendation we can use is to use both sides of the paper to just print double-sided to make sure we waste as little as possible. And of course, we could also, when we're just taking measly little notes, not writing some kind of exam, we just reuse what we already have. Just take some scrap paper that we no longer need. And of course, we can also just, when we don't need to write things down, instead of just getting books printed and wasting more paper, we can just use resources that are already ready to use online, such as ebooks and other articles that you can find digitally. And last but not least, the most common usage in alternative writing in schools would be chalkboards and whiteboards, which have been effectively used for many, many years, and I do not see a reason why that should be halted, as I find it to be very environmentally friendly and a good way to conserve paper.
Green Week at School is an excellent opportunity for schools to develop environmental awareness and encourage sustainable practices among students, staff, and the wider community. And here are some initiatives that our school can undertake during Green Week. We could organize a sustainability fair to showcase various initiatives and projects, for example, aimed at reducing schools' carbon footprint. This can include exhibits, presentations, interactive activities focused on renewable energy, waste reduction, recycling, and conservation. involve our students in walking and biking or using public transportation to reduce greenhouse gas emissions for vehicle use. This can include organizing a walk to school day or a bike to school day event, creating bike racks or safe walking paths, and educating students about the environmental and health benefits of active transportation. And we also have organized and plan to organize many more times litter cleanup. And an annual litter cleanup, we plan to encourage our community, such as our staff, students, and many more people, to involve and into our environmental stewardship. And in these pictures, you can see some of our staff, teachers, cleaning up the schoolyards.
And of course, there are other methods to encourage students to be more environmentally active. So we, of course, end up participating in other environmental competitions to encourage that mindset, such as these essays, exams, and other competitions, to make sure that the students are aware of what they can do to help preserve the environment. Another idea would be the starting of a green club, which could further promote the environmental awareness and ensure that the students live a far more sustainable life. And listed here are some of the ideas that we could use at our green club to encourage these students to be more eco-friendly, such as having green picnics, collecting rainwater, the usage of more natural energy, composting, and eating more locally and eating less imported food.
A recycling program could be started at school, reducing waste and empowering students, DIY, reuse, and recycle skills. And in these pictures, you can see some plastic being reused as flower pots, pencil holders, and some decorations as well. And we could also encourage students and staff to turn off lights and electronics when not in use, and if needed, conduct an energy audit of the school to identify areas where energy consumption can be reduced. We also think that it would be a brilliant idea to raise funds for our environmental causes and organize fundraising events to support environmental causes such as tree planting or wildlife conservation. We also plan or think to implement a few events at our school, such as a green t-shirt day, save a tree marathon, and a cup of water day. We also think that it would be a good idea to initiate film screenings. And basically what film screenings would do is teach students about the causes and the issues that our environment has.
And of course, we can also do our own separate research to further our understanding of our planet and how we are harming it and what we can do to preserve it. So, pretty simple ideas such as the assessment of biodiversity to make sure that wildlife is still properly diverse, to ensure that the quality of the water we are drinking is acceptable at the very least, to make sure we aren't breathing far too polluted air, and other assortment of research that we can contribute to ensure that the world understands what we are doing to our planet. And additionally, obviously, well, since we're just students, we can't really proclaim ourselves to be the experts on the topic of environmental awareness. But what we can do is invite those who are to make sure that they say their part to make sure that everybody knows.
This year, a new training program for electrician students was established in our institution that will focus on renewable energy systems, such as solar panels, installation of them, wind turbine technologies, and energy shortage systems. So workshops, seminars, and open houses are planned to be organized in order to educate local communities about sustainable electrical practices. Inclusive curriculum addresses diverse learners' needs and perspectives. Curriculum integration, cross-disciplinary approach, project-based learning are all valuable strategies. Instead of teaching subjects in isolation, we'll work on creating connections between different areas of knowledge, highlighting their independencies and real-world applications. We're eager to implement project-based learning, which is actually the best as it is based on discoveries, providing hands-on experiences that will allow students to be engaged actively with sustainability topics. It would allow students to apply knowledge from various subjects in a meaningful context, boosting their motivation, creativity, and overall engagement. There are just a few ideas of initiatives that are to be launched in our institution, applying holistic approach to the environmental awareness and sustainable practices, and working on institution policy of sustainability. Our school community can help create a more sustainable future. Thank you.